Hello, welcome to another episode of Scott's Adventure. Well, as promised, we're doing the Scots Monument today. Straight up there. Well, that's the coffee house there, so we've got to walk about 15 minutes to actually get a ticket. I think it's about £12 a ticket to get in. Up this nice wooded path. Woodland path, so we just follow the arrows. And yes, it's all uphill. So later, after this, I think I might do either Demayet or Furogo Hills, but the carvings here are absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's pretty steep, this. I think they say there's 264 steps to get to the top. It's my first time going there. So let's see what it's got to offer. Well, there's a lot of history there as well. You got the pig, the Highland coos, and the sheep or ram. You've got this lovely bench here. Well, which I'm tempted. Oh, that's steeper than I thought. What are you doing? And we're going up and up. There we go. Wallace Monument Public Path. Building of the monument, there you go, between 1861 and 1869. There was quarries on site, but it was still taking a lot of hard work up and down a 310 foot hill. In June 1864, William Munn, foreman, bolts and chains gave way, such and such. Spin you around.
Avevo visto la fine di questa vacanza.
I'm wondering to myself, maybe I should sort of shuttle up. And we've got a miniature model here. Like that. And up we go again. And you can see it's right in front of you. And this is where you get the tickets from. And we should get quite a special view from up here. Right, you've got the special view here. You've got the Oakle Hills over that way. You've got quite a few of the Munros over there. You've got Ben Lomond over there. Ben Vorlick stuck a coin. And we're going 264 steps up.
Cheeky. Are you going to stop being cheeky?
Oh, it's darkened up. Cheers. Well, this is us. The Hall of Arms. Let you down first. It's alright. We should get quite a spectacular view of the top. Don't even think I'm quarter the way yet. You're right. Cheers. It's narrow, isn't it? Oh, this is called Honouring the Heroes, the Hall of Heroes. called Hall of Heroes, this one. So, up again. Up all the way. I think I'm about halfway, maybe halfway. Well, we've now arrived in the Royal Chamber. Right, so that was the Royal Chamber, so up again. I don't know if you can see the sweat on me, but it's going to be easier going down than going up. We're at the top, people. Oh, bloody hell, that broke a sweat. Oh. More steps. Yep.
Actually, wait, am I not better than that? I know, because of this.
First one to the left. And you've got the rest of the Oakle Hills winding round. The Battle of Stirling Bridge, 11th September 27th, 1297. Could be a better view in here now. It's not as busy. So I'll walk to stop here. 1887. Poet and novelist. William Rudolph, the inventor and engineer. Loving stained glass in here as well. James Watt, the inventor, engineer. John Knox, the religious reformer, right there. Alan Ramsay, the poet, 1664, he died in 1758. David Livingstone, Robert Tannehill, the poet and songwriter, William Ewart Gladstone, Adam Smith, where I'm from, Friday, 1723, Thomas Chambers, right here, Sir David Brewster, scientist, born 1781, he's a bit of a scientist, isn't he? George Buchanan, the historian, poet, Hugh Miller, and the one everyone's come to see is the next one I want. Born in 1274. Did 1328. Remember, born in 1759. And the steps we go. Well, we're in luck, people. There's a little show going on in about 10 minutes. So we'll stay around for that one. See what it entails, but I'll just show you where we are. The opening times. I thought it was £12 to get in, it cost £10.38, so here's the times here. January to February 10 till 4, March 10 till 5. Save me reading out. There you go, I'll just show you. Right there. It's the opening times. You got the Abbey Craig. And you've got that beautiful view over there. Like I said, there's a couple of Munros over there. Ben Lomond in the distance, Ben Vorlich Stricker Croyne, and if you go further that way in the mist, that's when you get to the big boys, heading up north. I'm not needing to tick those off, I've already ticked them off. So, jump back on in a minute, catch you shortly.
Stirling took place on the 11th day of September in the year of our Lord 1297. That was when William Wallace led us, the Scots army, down this hill, which is called the Abbey Craig, to face the might of the English army. They were under the command of the Earl of Surrey, a man called John de Lorraine. The battle takes place on this side of the river. This is the north shore. That's very important to the outcome. And despite the Scots being greatly outnumbered, Scotland won! We didn't fight for gold, we didn't fight for glory, we fought for
Freedom.
Thank you, it's why people come, isn't it? Freedom, a precious thing. We were trying to free ourselves from the brutal rule of an English king called Edward. Thank you. Edward was why I leave that was there. Edward the First, we called him Longshanks, right? Because he had long legs, long shanks. So we could have called him Long Legs, we called him Longshanks. And I suppose really what happened, how we got in a mess with him, we need to take you back before that, before the battle, about 12 years or so before the battle, when our own Scottish king died, and that was Alexander III. You may not have heard of him, but he was a good king. He ruled Scotland for almost 40 years. And he was a good king. Under his rule, Scotland was mostly at peace, we prospered, and he was a good friend to Edward of England. In fact, he married Edward's sister. So our Queen Margaret was the King of England's sister. No surprise, the two countries got on fine for a while, don't they? Well, for a while. And it starts to go wrong when she dies, and it's a sad story. She's just a young woman when she dies. Then both her sons die, they're just boys. The daughter, you've got the hang of this by now, haven't you? She dies too. She did get married though, she married Eric of Norway. And she died soon after giving birth to a baby girl, Alexander's granddaughter, and she was called Margaret, the Maid of Norway, and she's important in this story as well. Anyway, after all the sadness and death, you'll be delighted to hear that Alexander finds love again. He marries this time though into the French court. He marries a beautiful young French countess. Soon after the wedding though, Alexander has to attend a council meeting of his nobles, and may start to celebrate his recent marriage to the beautiful young French countess who's waiting for him at home at Kinghorn Castle in Fife. Now, when I say they're celebrating, I mean they are celebrating. Right, they're going at it hard, they're having a rare tear, as we might say here. And there comes a point in the night when Alexander goes, wait a minute here, whoa.
Well, that's the end of this vlog. Well, I hope you've enjoyed what you saw today. Well, I did, anyway. So much history there. Look, all the way back down. Thank God it's all the way downhill this time instead of coming up. If you like hill walking, walk up. If not, there's a free shuttle every 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So I've decided I'm not going to do Dummiat Hill today. No. That's a lot of hill and a lot of steps. So I'm not going up another hill today. Save that for the next one. As you know, it never takes as long going back down. My mistake is I took off too quick. I didn't see that statue. But I was just focused on the path coming up. It's amazing how they carve these statues, isn't it? With just the detail in them. They makes you wonder how small they were, short people back in the day, with that staircase going up. Follow the path to reach the car park, and there's a nice cafe at the bottom as well if you want refreshments. Got the souvenir shop up there where I just went in. Unfortunately we weren't allowed to film in there, which I don't blame them. There's the shuttle bus right there. If you're not feeling energetic, I'd advise getting on that bus. but there's heaps of paths you can walk along down here. Public path to Wallace Monument, literally just straight up. We just follow the signs, and that's you. Is any comments? Remember to get this channel growing. Remember, I'm in Turkey on the 12th of October for 2 weeks. There's a few surprises in store for that one, so make sure you tune in. Put it this way, I'm going to be going out of my comfort zone. That's a little hint for you. When we're there, we've got a few things booked, some excursions, so everything will be vlogged. I'll tell you the prices, culture, all sorts, interviewing. And yeah, make sure you jump on, hit that like button, press the notifications button, make sure you follow it, get all the latest updates, and the biggest one of all is push that subscribe button. Much appreciated, it will really help me out, helps the channel out as well. So on that note, I'll jump back on down the bottom. I'll catch you in a minute. This is just us approaching it's a gift shop cafe down here. It's right there. Prices are very reasonable for it as well. I'm loving the artwork on that. The bear, the wolf, little fox, and whatever that is there. The craftsmanship on that is stunning.
Yeah, they've got the woodland carvings in a way up. So you can keep a look out.
So you've got the shop here and the cafe next door. Legends at the monument. Then you've got the monument right up there. But yeah, I advise you to get here a tad early because the car park fills up extremely quick. And yes, it's free parking as well. Yeah, it's all free parking, as I mentioned. So yeah, as I was saying, as before, if you like what you saw, it'd be a great help to me. There's so many people watching the videos. All you need to do, that subscribe button is totally free. Doesn't cost you a penny. You get all the latest updates, and remember, I'm going to Turkey for 2 weeks on October the 12th. So it's a goodbye from me on this one. Hope you like what you saw. Catch you soon.